Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. Undercrush. Ran, tuck. Under 10, 10.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Robinson's got it. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long.
Alert.
Now Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Yeah, he'll find Hall. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second and 9 now. And that's incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Grant. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
It's a game of 20. First down, Jacksonville. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on second down. King. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at the 40.
Switch it, come on, switch it. 6-6, pull it high. Check.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Foles. Flush to his right. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Hey, 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 alert, alert! Alert, alert! Mike 48, Mike 48. Watch the ship!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The great blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Fournette, a first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. King. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for him.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Leonard Fournette, and an alley to run. The 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start.
Now Trubisky lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Going deep this time from this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he's going to go down again. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Fournette. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's bring it.
Again, it's Fournette. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 25-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. This is Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. King, off play action. And able to find Conley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Double time, guys, double time. Far down. Stand up in.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw is King on third down. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bilal Nichols, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
18.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Vic Beasley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Get ready. They're on 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. A 1st down carry for Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Shift.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 38.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to attack.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Roquan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
That's what I do. Hey, alert. 80 weapon.
On first down, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Bears on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Trubisky to throw. Caught by Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Touchdown for Days.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He's got a first down past the 30. Derrick Henry all alone. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Jaguars 37,
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
It's a game of 8. This brings us 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. King. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bilal Nichols able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So again, it's Henry. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run. It's Henry. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.